All right, folks, this is what I'm working with. This is Phoenix. She is a witness. She's trying to claim she's not. You can see her trying to hide now. This is her mother, Evie. They're all over here. And this one right here, if I thought she could have fit through the hole, I'd have thought she'd have did it. This Miss Penny. And they, look at them, they all returned. Even look, Miss Cinnamon has returned to the scene of the crime. Every one of these heifers and cows were witnesses to at least the turmoil that went on last night with the noise. Never one of them want to give a statement. It's unacceptable. We had a crime scene take place. So after full investigation, we found a deceased Lavender Orpington chicken. It's a dreary, dreadful crime scene, something you would never want to see. Anyway, so now we've cleared the scene, body's been recovered, it's been disposed of, and now we're cleaning the crime scene, trying to prevent any other murders from happening in this vicinity. So y'all stick with us. I gotta go cut more fence. Well, folks, we've been raising chickens a long time, and we've lost them to hawks, we've lost them to dogs, but we've never had anything get in our coop. Our coop is pretty much the Fort Knox of chicken raising. But just like the movies, Chicken Fort Knox failed last night, so we got to take other security measures to make sure it don't happen again. These panels are 16 foot long, and I need 12 foot of it to go down each side, so I'm going to cut 4 off here, and I'm going to see if this will bend it over to a 90. All right, so before I start cutting all them other ones, I just bent the first one after I cut it, and I'm going to bring it out here and test it and see if it works. I'm going to lay that one I just finished down, try to get it stapled, see if it works, and if it works, then I'm going to do the rest of them the same way. We're going to need to get some tent stakes out here to stake this down. All right, you can see how far it comes out now. So once we get this tacked down in the ground, there won't be anything trying to dig underneath this. I doubt it'll do it anyway. Put the log back on there just to hold it. Now I got to take this one off, take this temporary piece of fence off, and you can see where they dug under. I filled the hole back in. And you can see they come up, grabbed a chicken and drug it out. You can see all the feathers from the fight. And then took that chicken right over there and tore it apart. And it is the only Lavender Orpington my wife had. So we've got us a crime scene. So I am trying to get this fixed. But you can see when it come in, man, it must have went through the feed. Feed strode everywhere, feathers everywhere. Man, so the goal right now is to get this front secure and then work on the back. We haven't had anything attempting to get under this side, but we've got a lot, I think we got a lot of water. Yeah, we got a lot of water in this. So what I'm going to do is just lay some of this other fence along here, this piece that's left, lay it along here, put something on it to hold it down, and get the smaller fence from up front, put it here and hold it down. So we'll have 3 sides like the side I had over there. Check this out. Piper come up real late, all by herself. We're going to make a mental note of that, see if we can get a statement from her later. Oh yeah, she's looking suspicious. Look at the way she turns her eyes. Oh, she's headed out. Piper, you're on my list. Oh, look. Phoenix is trying to come in. They're all curious. They want to know exactly what I know. And being the chicken murder investigator, I'm not telling them nothing I'm going to be the one asking the questions. Y'all stay tuned. We're going to solve this sooner or later. All right, back to it. I got to put this 10-foot piece down. Let's see if this fits like it's supposed to. I knew this front would be the hardest because the boards stick out. It is tacked down. That's down. And we're not going to put any fence post on this. I don't think whatever it was would be able to dig out now and pull a chicken out. But man, I've seen crazier things in my life. So I'm going to go cut the other one just like this one and put it on the back. All right. All right, folks, that's the front side. This is the first side we did. And here is the back side we just finished. And on the side and this back side, I still need to get tent stakes. I know this is anticlimactic for this side, but I got that woven wire down. I got a piece of wire in there where you can see field mice were digging a little hole there. And then I got this piece here running up underneath the hose there that feeds the chickens. Then it comes here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go get some size large rocks and I'm going to put on this. And we're pretty much going to be done with it. I'll come in a little bit later on. We're going to run to the store. I want to say when we got to go to town, it's about an hour away. So we're going to run to town. I'm going to get some more tent stakes and come out and stake the side and the back down. And we should be done with it. So let me get those rocks for you guys so y'all can see what's going on. All right, folks. Well, I got the rocks down on that. Got the rock down on this, so that's going to hold that wire down. Once again, there's another crime scene took place in this county. It had to do with the Lavender Orpington. And I've got a sneaky suspicion it was this criminal we know as Mr. Possum or this bandit that's running around called Mr. Raccoon. So we've been looking for those two. And I think one of them struck our chicken coop for the first time that we've had chickens. We've had something happen inside the coop. Hey guys, it's the next day and we got an update for you. Last night, we got back from going to town. We're closing the chickens up yesterday evening and I walked right here. And on that little perch right there was Bandit. Yep, Mr. Raccoon. We'll call him Mr. Clyde. Mr. Clyde was right there, and me and him came to an understanding. He will no longer be bothering these chickens. That is a permanent fixture, that he will not be back. Second, when I got up this morning to come open the chickens, let them out early this morning, I've already covered it up, but this hole that was there, that was dug underneath that pulled the original chicken out. It was open again. I brought my wife out. She closed that side, and I closed this side. So I'm not sure that Mr. Clyde, the raccoon, was the only one. Maybe Bonnie was with him, and Bonnie is coming back for vengeance. So whether it's Mr. Clyde or Bonnie or Mr. Possum, we got to stop them. So you notice that these smaller grids here on the hog panel are towards the bottom. Now, some of you might say, well, why didn't you just flip that over up there and put that up there? I could have done that, but this would have been harder to bend here. Not to mention, it would have been pushed up and bent up, so we wouldn't have got very much coverage, maybe here, right here. And I was thinking that they wouldn't have been able to dig and get through those holes right there. You know, that Mr. Clyde was approximately 25 to 30 pounds, probably closer to 30 when we escorted him off the premises. But, so, not sure he's the one that was digging the hole here. I think it was a Mr. Possum, I'm thinking. But it could have been a smaller family member of Mr. Clyde. I don't understand why Bonnie and Clyde want to come over here with their children and mess with some innocent chickens. So what I'm going to do is I've cut these pieces. Some of these were scrap. That's why I don't ever throw nothing away, because you never know when you're going to need it out here. But you notice how yesterday I put the woven wire underneath this end because this end was lacking right here. Well, I'm going to do that all the way down on the sides and on the front, just in case Clyde Jr. and Bonnie Jr., or maybe even Miss Bonnie, maybe she's a small one. You never know. Some women are petite. So maybe she's the one thinking she can fit through those holes, and she's just gonna dig them out. Not sure if she thinks Mr. Clyde is in here being held against his will by the chicken mafia or not, but we've got to get this wire underneath here so they can't fit through that hole. Well, my mic didn't work on this, and you can see we went out and there is 2 raccoons up in one in each corner. It was unbelievable to see them in there like that. Turns out there was actually 3 raccoons that got in that spot right there you're seeing on camera, pressed the wire underneath the hog panel, and they went in. And what was crazy is they didn't kill one of the chickens, but they knew they couldn't get out. So when I found them this morning, I let the chickens out, which we only have 8 left. That's my wife coming in, and she is freaking out that they're in there. But there turns out there was 3 raccoons in there. They were taken care of. They won't be bothering the chickens anymore. That's for sure. Well, I just saw my mic wasn't working. So just so you know what you saw on video, if I showed it to you, I used that rebar tie wire to tie the woven wire to the hog panel. And you can see I can't push it down anymore like I could earlier in the video. So hopefully we know that's where they got in, all 3 of them, all 4 of them really, just 2 days apart. So now what I'm doing is I push some dirt down in there, and now I'm going to backfill that with some dirt I got off our compost pile. I'm probably going to need more than 1 load to fill this hole, but this will pack down better than the sandy loam that's on the top of this ground here. Since I'm head of chicken crime enforcement here at the farm, we've taken steps and made sure that all avenues of entry and exit are filled. And y'all see what we did, tied the wire on every spot they tried to get into. So y'all stay tuned to this chicken channel, and you'll see what the latest is on this crime spree these bandits have been trying to run across our farm and others. We'll see you next time. You guys have a blessed day. All right, folks, this is the update. We got chickens ready to come out. And it doesn't look like there was any digging last night. Yeah, there's a little scratching going on there, but I don't think that's going to be the suspects that were here the other night. I think that's field mice. It's a shame you gotta go to these measures, but those animals are trying to get something to eat, and we're trying to prevent them from getting something to eat, but don't see any in here. So looks like it's we got the suspects. We'll see y'all next time.